Hello everyone, hope you're doing well and welcome to the challenge. So for today's challenge, it is a first on my channel and I'm going to continue trying to get these out, but we're going to use Route 1 Pokemon in Fire Red. Now this means that we're using Raticate and Pidgeot. So I'm only allowed to use Route 1 Pokemon in battle. I am allowed to have HM Pokemon in my team, but they are not allowed to battle. This comes up about halfway through the video where there's a bit of an issue, um, but I deal with it pretty well. Items are allowed in battle. The only items I will use would be revive or full restore or any healing items like that. And I'll try to limit that to 2 per Pokemon. If possible, just 1. But anyway, of course I'm going to name my character Dobby. So we'll name my character Dobby, and then I name my rival after my mate Chris, who watches every single one of my live streams. So obviously I'll give him a shout out. So we pick Charmander not because we want to, but because we have to. And I feel like if the Blastoise learns Ice Beam or anything, it would make it harder for us. But it doesn't. It turns out it doesn't. So anyway, we get the Oak's parcel and we go deliver him, and he gives us the Pokédex because he's that kind. It gives us our only way of catching the Pokemon too. So it gives us some Pokeballs, and we go catch our first team member. Now, in round 1, I try and catch the highest levels possible. I think level 4 is the highest. You might get lucky sometimes and catch 5. But we get our first Pidgey, our only Pidgey I should say, and we name him Pidgey because it's just a funny name and it sounds like Pidgey, doesn't it? Anyway, we go and find Rattata or Rattata, whatever people want to call it, and we catch him first try. And I'll call him Atarat because it's like Attaboy, but Attarat, I just liked that. Anyway, so we progress as we are going, and this fight's important because we learn Gust, which means that we can do a bit of switch training between Raticate, or in this case Rattata, and Pidgey. So that's really useful. We get quick attack in this next battle, and then we take on our rival because we are ready. We're level 11 and 12 I think with both of them, but we only need Rattata anyway, so you'll see why. Because we get a crit, we get a nice little crit there, which is a bit of good luck. Keep Rattata out. I'm going to be varying between the names Rattata, Rattata, just to keep people happy, or it might infuriate people, I don't know. But yeah, that's why we didn't need to. Now the reason why I kept him out is because I wanted to get to the point where he learns this move here, Hyper Feint, which you'll see in just a sec. It's so useful, especially against Brock. So I'll show you why it's useful against Brock. We use Pidgey to sand attack a bit. It's a bit of a scummy tactic, but I wanted to do that just to make it a bit easier for us. We're going to have a long run, and it gets a bit frustrating towards the end, but we're going to have a long run, so we might as well sand attack a few times just to get us a bit of a chance. But Pidgey actually does a lot better than I expected. He does use Defense Curl a lot, which really annoyed me because I couldn't do much. And there's the first item I used on Pidgey. As I say, I tried to limit it to 1 or to 2 per Pokemon, so I won't use another one. And then look how close we got to beating it. We actually beat the Geodude with just Pidgey, which is weird because it's the whole reason I got Hyper Fang, so that I can use Tail Whip and then Hyper Fang. But for some reason, I'm not using it in this fight. And I've actually just broken the rule, haven't I? I've just used the 3rd potion. But I promise you, it doesn't happen again. It does not happen again. And I'll just go and show you how bad that move was. It's base 80 power, and look how bad it is against Onyx. Anyway, so I used the potion. I think that might be the last one. So technically, I kept to the rules in a way. I didn't use more than 4 in a battle. But yeah, I still used 3 per 1. So, but anyway, we got our first badge, which is really nice, and you'll see it update in a sec. So we beat this Fossil Maniac or whatever it's called, and the reason why I put this battle in the actual video is because it's such an important battle. We don't get just 1 evolution, we get 2, and we're on the way to you know, greatness. We've got one of our final team members already in Raticate after this battle, and then we'll have the middle evolution of our, you know, of our Pidgeot. So here it is. It's about to show now where we've got Raticate evolving, and whilst they're evolving, I don't really need to say anything about them. So yeah, I do hope you enjoy this challenge, because it was a bit of a challenge considering it's my first one, and you'll see how it's a bit of a challenge in the end. Anyway, I went for the Helix Fossil just because I was never going to use it. I was going to go for the Dome just to annoy people, because, you know. But I tried to teach Raticate Mega Punch. For some reason, it can't learn it. But I thought maybe Mega Kick. No, it couldn't learn that either. So yeah, I was a bit annoyed about that. And you see, I've sped this up a little bit because he's just too easy, especially with Hyper Fang as well. I don't think we really used Hyper Fang that much, but you know, Pidgeot. We were focusing on getting Pidgeot basically. So yeah. Anyway, I wanted to show you this because it's quite funny. It just shows how stingy I was in terms of spending the money. Because I didn't want to go to the shops, but I got to that point there, and I literally was like, oh, if I don't use an antidote, I have lost, and I'll die. But you know, I live on 1 health, and we go and take on Misty. So taking on Misty, 2 gusts, get her down to red health, and then she uses a super potion. But we finish Pidgey. We finish Staryu off quite easily, and we're on to Staryu. So with Staryu takes out our main one, but we get a nice little crit with Raticate. At a rat, Raticate, at a rat. That's a mouthful. Anyway, so we take out Raticate, the other Raticate of the run, with Hyper Fangs. We actually just storm through rival Chris's team, get caught, and then we're ready to take on Lieutenant Surge. We've obviously got a weakness in terms of Pidgeot, or Pidgeotto in this turn. He's nearly Pidgeot, but you know, not Pidgeot yet. But I lead with Pidgeot. I keep saying Pidgeot. I lead with Pidgeotto, and we level up to 32. Well, I still need to get Raticate a bit of level, so Hyper Fang does the job on Pikachu. We get paralysed, but we still manage to hit, even with paralysis and evasion rise. And we get the win. 3 badges done. And Professor Oak's aide decided to flash me, so yeah, thanks for that, Professor Oak's aide. This is an important fight as well, because this is where we finally get Pidgeot, and I won't need to call it Pidgeot when it's a Pidgeotto, so yeah, thought I'd show this one. And yeah, it's really nice that we've got our final team member. And it only took up until Rock Tunnel. Admittedly, I forgot to update the badges part, but it's all good.
As you can imagine, this shouldn't be the hardest fight, but you never know. I'm not going to speed it up. I'm going to show you it blow for blow, which is probably unnecessary because it'll be one-shotting. But let's get into our 4th gym battle. Or in essence, the 4th badge, not the 4th gym battle.
So it turns out I lied. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to do it that often, and I won't do it. I promise you I won't do it again. But I sped it up because it was such a unnecessary battle. The first fight was a bit of a challenge, but then obviously we just had Pidgeot to finish him off. 1-shot Tangela and 1-shot Vileplume. Am I correct? I am indeed. I should know this because I recorded it. Anyway, let's get into the next one.
So let's beat this idiot.
So we went up against this idiot, and yes, that was a bit of live commentary. There's a little bit in this video, not too much. It's because of most of it I sped up and it didn't make sense. But then we beat him quite easily. But then we reached level 40 and learned Super Fangs.
Super Fang, bang! That is such a useful move. Right, we can actually get rid of one. So look what Super Fang does. If you don't know, it sharp fangs and halves the. You know, it's a useful first attacking move.
Thanks for that intel, Live Dobby. Yeah, exactly as I just said, it's useful for a first move.
But here we go, let's beat you. Let's do... This is going to be a fantastically easy fight, right? Also, oh, here it is, Hyper Fang. Oh no, I should have used Super Fang first, but we'll just use Hyper Fang. One more Hyper Fang. He's going to do it, yeah? No, missed. Oh no. So, is it going to be a pushover fight? This move will determine it. There we go. Now we've got Rhyhorn, who is he's a good one. He's a good one to go against. We're going to use a different tactic this one. We're going to use Super Fang first, And we're going to miss Super Fang first, because we're that good. Oh my lord. Right. Okay. So, let's use Hyper Fang, see how much damage it would do. Probably about the same as it did to Onyx, which is just a bit annoying. However, I think we are ready to beat it now. Oh no, okay, we're sound. We're absolutely safe, and we've won that matchup. Probably was just about enough to win. I know it sounds like I'm over-exaggerating, but I really do think it was just about enough. Go on in, Pidgeot, get yourself leveled up to 40 now. Oh my days. Well, there's no point in Feather Dancing because clearly that attack was not that strong. But what about this attack? Oh, it's a lot better than the last one, but yeah, not very strong. And we've won the fight. Giovanni was a pushover. And we've got level 40 with both our team members.
So after beating Giovanni, we speak to Mr. Fuji and we get the flute so we can move Snorlax and also defeat Snorlax.
Finally! Right. I don't want to have to go back. I don't want to have to go back, so here it is. Fight against Chris. Chris, you best not beat me. I'll be very frustrated if you do. But we got Pidgeot versus Raticate. And we're going to go all in. Evidence, oh damn. There we go, at least we won that. So we're going to now swap to get rid of the Feather Dance because that would be free attack drops, which we do not want. And there we go. I don't know why I'm spinning up. Right, execute. Oh, we'll keep you out, Pidgeot. Right, if this is a sign of things to come for when we beat... I think this is the last fight we'd have with the rival until after we beat Giovanni as a gym leader. Okay, so we are confused, which is frustrating as hell. So we've power hacked, which means we are going to actually swap to Raticate and just keep him out. I think we should just about outspeed this Alakazam because of the level advantage. And we should easily win because of the very poor defense of Alakazam. And now Blastoise, there we go. Let's see how we do against this Blastoise. While waiting, I'll just cleanse my glasses. Alright. Let's just get a Super Fang in. Get rid of half itself immediately. And get hit by water while we're at it. So, we'll use a Tail Whip. Which is good because we didn't go for an attacking move. So, protects itself twice. Mate, are you hacking the game or something? I've never really had that where Protect works twice in a row. Oh, this is weird. Okay, and Hyper Fang. Oh, damn. I reckon as soon as we hit one Hyper Fang, we win it, but when we hit it, good. There we go. Right, and we've gone and beat the rival Chris. Chris, you did not cause me much of a threat. Unlucky, mate. And we are now ready to take on Giovanni.
So let me know if you like me doing it where I do post and in-game commentary. But anyway, we're against Giovanni and we are taking on his Nidorino, which was a bit of an easy one. We get poisoned, which is annoying, and this is where we have one of the issues that we get. So I think it's the only time that it happens. Might have happened one more time in the whole run, but we basically get poisoned, paralysed, and then we lose our team members. So the two members that we got, and obviously you can still see that we've got the HM slaves. Now, instead of using, because we still had an item available to us, you know, I think we had both revives available. Instead of using them, I thought, you know what, because both, if you see now, look, there's Pidgeot dead, Pidgeot fainted, and Raticate gets absolutely smashed after, oh no, it's not quite this bit, but yeah, so we've got Raticate, that's the one that is able to have a healing item on it. And we get put against this Rhyhorn, and this is what happens.
Oh, bloody hell. No. One more. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. No! Obviously, it's going to hit 5 times, man.
Yeah, so the issue is because we didn't use a revive, we didn't have Reticate available to us, and we had to send out our HM slaves. Now, what I did was I knew that Rhyhorn was going to outspeed me, and if it used the right moves, it was going to finish me off. I thought about its fast, good attack as well, so it would easily take out down this Farfetch'd. See, I mean, there was nothing really I could do. I could have used Sand Attack, but it would have just slowed the battle down anyway. So I thought, you know what, I can't use a revive, so let's just lose the battle with dignity. So we just use Mist and wait for it to finish us. The irony is, I'm trying to let it use. If it uses a Rock Blast, it beats me. It finishes me off straight away. But of course it doesn't. It decides to use every other attack, except for that. It finally uses Rock Blast, but doesn't finish me off. And we still live on 7 HP, and he's still not attacking us. But yeah, I thought I'd do this to make it fair. You know, we'd basically lost anyway, so I thought let's just feint and redo the fight. So we're going to redo the fight now, and we have much better luck. We use a Hard Fang, we do quick attack. I do get poisoned, which is a bit annoying, so if we got a crit we wouldn't have got poisoned. But we use a Super Fang and we use another Hard Fang. He lives on maybe 5 health or whatever, and then we get the second one down. So we're now in a position where we've got a weak attacking Kangaskhan versus our strong Pigeony, and we beat that, and now we've just got Rhyhorn. Now he gets very decent attacks on me there, and we look to use our only antidote and use a healing item again on Raticate, because Raticate's going to be the one to finish this fight. We didn't use it though, because we didn't actually have one, which is a bit annoying, so I thought, you know what, let's just Sand Attack it. We got very lucky in this fight, I'm not going to lie, so I'll speed it up a little bit, and we use Feather Dance as well, just to try and help us, but then we just start whittling its health down until it actually finishes us off, because, you know, one attack it should easily finish us. However, look how lucky we get. It doesn't. I know we use Sand Attack and its accuracy was poor, but it didn't attack us once. So yeah. Anyway, we're on to Sabrina now, and as you can imagine, it's just very easy. Mr. Mine does slow us down a bit, but we get on to Alakazam with, I don't think we lost any health at all. We did lose some there to a very strong Psychic, but you know, it was a very easy walk in the park, and we are now ready for Koga. So Koga, I don't think he's going to be an issue. Obviously poison's a bit frustrating, but we'll use Hyper Fang and see how we do. We did get poisoned, which was typical, but we finished him off with another Hyper Fang. So we swapped out because we didn't want that poison to rack, and we used Wing Attack. Nice and easy. We knew Wing Attack was going to take it down, but he used Acid Armor. Then he used the Hyper Potion. I was like, oh god, he's going to just try and stall me out. But we get badly poisoned, so there's another situation. Another Hyper Potion. So we obviously still have our items to use, so we're going to potentially use them. I think we use a Full Restore towards the... No, we don't use a Full Restore. We use a Revive. I thought to myself, there's no point of just healing using a potion, because I need to get that poison off me anyway. But yeah, so we lose Raticate and we use another Revive just so we got rid of the poisons. And what do you know, it poisons me again. So there's the 2 per Pokemon. That's the last Revive on him, and I think we've got one more Revive. I hope I don't break the rules now, because I can't remember if I actually did use another one. I don't think I did. If I did, I'm really sorry. Oh, okay, my bad. I did break the rules one more time. I didn't do it again, did I? Surely. Oh yeah, it's because he was using Evasion, and he just really frustrated me. Don't think I did it again, so apologies if I did. And I did again, pardon. Yeah, so I'm really looking back at it. Obviously, it's my first challenge anyway, so I'll make sure next time to think about not doing that. I'll make sure to look back and make sure that I actually don't use more than 2. But I can guarantee it doesn't happen again. I promise you that. I know I already accidentally lied, but it was an accident. I didn't mean to. But anyway, Raticate takes down Growlithe. Ponyta is easy as well. I know it's not going to be as easy against Rapidash, but it's 2 shots, so it's easy. We got a crit anyway. It didn't really matter, I don't think. But it's basically 2v1. Arcanine, who later on in the run gives us a lot of trouble. Oh, I hate this. I hate Arcanine. I like it really, but I just hated it in this run. Anyway, we lose that because he uses a very good Fire Blast. Now, we survive that, but we get burnt and we live on 3 health. I have to use a heal item. Have to use a full restore because obviously my attack would be halved and I wouldn't be able to finish this Arcanine off. So I'm still doing really decent damage, so all I need to do is get a bit lucky. He uses a Hyper Potion, but we're getting back to and we get a crit. We're getting back to Red Alpha, I was going to say, but we get a crit and we win the fight and we get to level 54. Decent work there.
Can we do it? You're going to find out because we're going to try it now. Let's go.
So I'm not particularly sure why I kept that in-game commentary in it. I just thought, it saves me a bit of time. Probably doesn't, but anyway, so we're against Rhyhorn, who's probably going to be one of the bigger threats in this fight. I think he has 2, but I can't remember. Anyway, so Super Fang again just to get back to bearable health, but we don't take him out, and it's not looking good for us. His Rhyhorn's almost taken out our main attacker, but we've got the Hyper Potion used, and we use a quick attack. It tells me that he's not using the Hyper Potion on there. Anyway, so we changed the Pidgeot and Steel Wing. I think it deals neutral damage. I think it's good against ground, but don't know if it was good against poison. But I don't know. I can't remember. I don't like Steel Wing as an attack, but I used it as versatile. But we smashed Rhyhorn second time round. Try and use Steel Wing. Here's how we know it's okay against ground. So that probably explains that. But we get the second one as a one-shot, and we're against the final one. So we've really turned the tide of this fight, and we use Feather Dance because he's using Thrash, and it really helps us because it doesn't kill us because of it. It does use a full heal, which is a bit annoying, but we have taken out the Nido King, and that is Giovanni, and that is the 8th gym badge. Just before the Elite Four, we take on rival Chris one last time, and this I don't particularly enjoy this fight ever because it's so misleading. You absolutely fly through his team, but he literally evolves 3 of them by the time he gets to champion status. So he evolves Rhyhorn to Rhydon, he evolves Growlithe to obviously an Arcanine, and he evolves Executor to he gets an Executor, I should say, not, you know what I mean. Anyway, so he evolves 3 of them, and it's just a bit annoying really, but yeah, so we've not had any trouble. We take out Execute, and we're against his last 2, Alakazam, and then obviously Blastoise. Now, we don't 2-shot at that time, we miss another one, we are getting really frustrated, but we win that one, and we're against Blastoise. Blastoise versus 2 team members. So we Feather Dance it because I'm pretty sure it still has Bite at this point. If not, it does have it later anyway. But it uses Water Gun. Again, misleading because it tells me that it still uses Water Gun at level 53, which is, I just don't know why you'd do that. And then he changes to Hydro Pump for the actual champion fight. But we Super Fang it, and then we know we're going to win. But look how unlucky we get. Thankfully, he doesn't use a potion or anything, so we've managed to beat him. It's not that easy that time around next time, so yeah. Anyway, I've skipped to the Elite Four. I don't know why I'm showing you the first fight we get to go against rival Chris. It was basically to show you how close I'd get. This was at quite a high level as well. So I think we go another 10 levels, maybe even more for both of them, till we actually win. So we're nowhere near. But we get really close on this run. We get to his Arcanine, we use Revive on Pidgeot, and then we get all full health, and then you go, we're ready to take on his last 1 or 2, maybe his last 2 or 3, but against Blastoise, surely the win is in the bag, right? Super Fang again, and then I think to myself, oh no, I was going to go for a Shockwave, that would have won it, me the fight, but he killed me with a Hydro Pump. So it's 1 versus 1, and look at how close I get, and he full restores. So I take the opportunity to revive Raticate for the last time. Proper useless though, because you know it is useless. Anyway, so I then decide to air release it, and I die. And then I've got no Super Fang. Shockwave was decent. I got him down to red health again, and he full restores. And then I have no attacking moves other than quick attack, which is not strong. We get him down to red health 3 in a row, and we die. And we nearly actually beat him for the final time. So I showed you that one. Here's another one where we beat most of his team. I really do not know why I haven't put the first attempts or at least a full attempt of the first few Elite Four members. But basically, what I tried to do was just use the Elite Four to grind levels, because yeah, other levels are just harder to grind with, you know, wild Pokemon. So anyway, we get to the Arcanine, we use the usual revive. At this point I limited it to 1 revive and 1 full restore per team member, and I had done that for all of the Elite Four, which was nice. Still took ages to get past team members, and at certain points as well, we managed to one-shot almost all of the Elite Four team members' teams. Obviously, when it comes to the actual fights that come up soon, I'll show you. But we get against Blastoise, and look how close this is again. You ready for this? I get absolutely murked by this. Sand attack, rain dance. I think he uses a Hydro Pump, and he hits me. And he's in red health again. Oh my god, I was so annoyed. But the amount of times I got this Blastoise to red health. I think this might be the penultimate one, and then we get into the actual fights. Okay, so again, let me know what the feedback is on this. So if you enjoyed seeing me lose to the rival, literally against him the last time, when I'm about to win the Elite Four, you know, let me know if you want to see more of the actual Elite Four fights themselves. Like I say, it got to a point where I one-shot all of Bruno's team except for the Onyxes, but I two-shot them with Steel Wing. It got to a point where Drake was absolutely easy with Raticate. Lorelei was a bit of trouble, but that was only the Lapras. The rest of the team sort of easy, and then Agatha, well, yeah, she was a bit annoying, but again, really close. But anyway, here is the final run. Can we do it? Well, you know we can do it, because I've already told you we can, but we beat the Dugong, finally, a two-shot, and we get Cloyster down. Cloyster was a bit easy, so yeah. We then decide to keep out Raticate, because Lapras comes out. Now, yeah, it was a necessary loss, because Jinx is going to get one shot, and we finish that fight. We're against Bruno now, and like I say, Steel Wing, 2 shots, Aerial Ace, 1 shots, the other 3. So Steel Wing 1, we nearly got through that without losing any health, which would have been great. Now, this is a bit annoying. This really annoyed me, actually. So this is the only time in the last stream of this where I actually lost the footage. So we beat the Gengar, and then it got corrupt after this. And yeah, it's a bit annoying, really, as you can imagine. So basically, we beat the whole of Agatha's team quite easily. And this is what I said. Look how easy Lance went down. It was just so easy. And then we get to the final fight against the rival. Can we do it? We Shockwave Pidgeot. We Shockwave again, and we get a 2-shot. We didn't lose any health, but I think I don't know what happened. I think we got Feather Dance, so we had to swap anyway. We trade blows, blow for blow. Alakazam uses a healing item as well. Steel Wing does decent damage, and then because he's not in full restore range, we managed to get him taken out gets dried on, we decide to swap in, and I do not particularly know why. I think we used Blizzard, that's why we got to a point where we could finally one-shot that with Blizzard. It was always surviving on 1 health, and then the second Blizzard would always miss. Typical. Now, the bane of my existence, this Arcanine honestly peed me off so much. So, I toxic it. I decided to do that because, well, I taught the new move, got rid of Feather Dance because it wasn't useful in this fight, and I taught it Toxic. So, we used that just to basically get the accuracy drops on it, and it was really useful. Look how close we get though, and honestly, you can't write this stuff. You really cannot write this stuff. And look at this, you ready? So close, and then he full restores. So I'm thinking he's going to full restore. Let's just get our team back to the full health as well. So we can't swap because we'll just lose. So we Super Fang again, do we? Yes, we do. We have to do that, and then we go for the quick attack because we knew we'd get that victory. That was so useful. Executor. I forgot to mention, I put a Chesto Berry on Pidgey. The Chesto Berry definitely come in clutch because watch this. Sleep Powder, fell asleep, Chesto Berry woke me up. Air Release, we did get put to sleep again, which was so annoying. I was like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? We woke up after 4 attempts. No, we woke up after 5. I don't know how he didn't finish me off, I really don't. And then because he used Egg Bomb, we managed to get all of the full restores out on this Executor, which was brilliant. It just meant that Blastoise was not potentially going to use it. But anyway, here it is. Can we come in clutch against the Blastoise? So we use Super Fang. Half health. I think he has the berry, yes. So we use Super Fang again because it is very smart to do, and we miss, of course we do. Now we need this Super Fang to hit. But do we go for Super Fang? Or do we go for Shockwave? Shockwave doesn't miss, so we go for Shockwave. Pretty much does the same, if not more damage. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Aerial Ace. Will Aerial Ace finish the Blastoise off? If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. So I decided to go very safe, did I? And use Toxic? No, I didn't. I decided to use Sand Attack. And he misses, which was clutch. And then we managed to get the win. And we beat him after so long. I am not lying. It took me the same amount of time to beat the rival as it took me to actually get to the Elite Four. It was ridiculous, man. It was the longest stream I ever did. And yeah, it was a bit annoying. But we got the win in the end. I know what my next challenge will be. So I can't wait to do that. And I really do hope you've enjoyed the challenge. It has been a fun one for me to do. And like I say, I'm going to try and bring out some more. I'm going to be trying to do some more. So if you've got any feedback on it, you know, there's some really nice parts. I like the side part where it's moving, you know, the sprites are moving and the badges. Well, if you've got any more suggestions, please let me know. I'm open to any suggestions. Obviously, be considerate. It's the first time I've done it. You know, you don't have to be rude. So, yeah. So, as I say, thank you very much for watching. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.